Welcome back. John B back again with another edition with my ancestry results. This video right here is going to be an update on my results. Recently Ancestry did an update in November where everybody's results have actually changed. Right now I'm showing you a map of all my regions currently. It shows North America, Africa, and Europe. Um, and also have actually a little bit of Central America and the Yucatan. Um, but I want to go over my newest results with you guys, so hopefully you enjoy. And I'm gonna go over my original results, and I'm gonna show you my most updated results. All right, all right, guys. I want to go over my original ancestry results. All right, and it broke down like this: 67%, and it broke down. Then that was from Africa. So in the previous results, they broke it down in continentals. So you would be Africa, Asia, European, um, Pacific Islander, Malaysian, South Asian. Yeah, broke it down that way. And the future one just lumped everything together and broke it down by highest to lowest. Okay. Well, of that 67%, 22% of that was from Nigeria. All right. 14% of that was from Cameroon, Congo. Um, the next region was Ivory Coast and Ghana at 14%. The next region after that was 7% from Senegal. And the region after that was Africa, Southeastern Bantu at 5%. Um, the results that came after my original ones combined my Cameroon, Congo, and Africa, Southern Bantu together. And so the number was a lot higher, so it was inflated. Um, the region after that was Benin and Togo at 3% and Mali at 2%. All right, so the next category was America, meaning American Indian. Of that, I was 20%, and it ranged from 18 to 23%. And my grandmother is actually a full Native American, Eastern Band Cherokee to be exact. And the region after that was Asia. I was Asia Central at 2%, and then I was East Asian at less than 1%. Yep. And the region after that was Europe. Uh, I was 9% European. Of that 9%, 6% was from Ireland, which I do have known ancestry from. Following that was European East at 2%, and Scandinavia at less than 1%. And the last region, the most surprising, was Pacific Islander, Polynesian, and I was less than 1%. All right. So these were my original results, but I'm going to show you my most updated results, which is a big difference in the breakdown. Hopefully, you guys enjoy. All right, guys, this is my latest updated results. All right. So Nigeria is back up on top. Previously, on the latest results before this one, my Nigerian ancestry went down to 1%. And on my original results, it was at 22%. It was my highest category. So right now, it's back to my highest category. So big up to Ancestry, putting the right category on top again. All right. So the next region is Cameroon, Congo. All right. It's a pretty big area. Let me click on the map right here to show you. All right. It ranges from Cameroon next to Nigeria, all the way to South Africa, parts of Madagascar, parts of East Africa. So it's a pretty big region. And I did find a African cousin match from South Africa. So it makes sense, you know. All right, so the next region is actually Mali. Um, Mali, that's my next African region is Mali, um, which is in North Africa. And Mali is home to Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa, if you guys aren't aware or familiar with him, was the richest man that ever lived, ever. Richer than Bill Gates, uh, richer than Jeff Bezos of right now, and he's from Mali in Africa. That's it, Northwest Africa. Yep. I did skip a region. Let me go back to it, which is Indigenous North America. All right. So Indigenous North America, which is American Indians, for me, that will be part of my Cherokee ancestry. It looks like it covers uh, the majority of the United States, Canada, and it borders Mexico. And my tribe is right. Let me see if I can zoom in. This part right here of North Carolina, up here in the Appalachian Mountains, near Asheville, and kind of close to Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? And that's where my tribe's at. All right, my Cherokees. All right, so the next region is actually Benin and Togo. Benin is is known for being where the last slaves came from to America. There was a town in Alabama. It was named Africa Town, and it was named from the slaves that came from Benin, Africa. And if you were to go to Haiti, Haiti is a lot of Africans from Haiti came from Benin. They practice voodoo, and the people in Haiti practice voodoo, and the people in Africa in this area right here practice voodoo, and this is where it came from, direct. All right, my next region is Germanic Europe at 3%. All right, so this Germany, it actually covers Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Liechtenstein, Switzerland, parts of France, Czech Republic, parts of Denmark. Pretty big area. Uh, Researching my family, I did find some German ancestors, but it was pretty far back. It was like ninth and 10th grade grandparents, and they were from Wolfsburg, Germany. Let's see if I can find that on this map right here. Oh, there it goes, right here. Yep, and that's where it actually shows deepest for German. Yeah. All right. Let me go to the next region. Um, Ireland and Scotland at 2%. All right. So on my original results, my Ireland and Scotland was 6%, and the results after that it was 4%. I would have thought this one would be higher than my Germany, being that my ancestors for my full ancestors that were Irish and Scottish are third and fourth great grandparents, so it's much closer. But if you look in the map, it does cover a majority of Scotland, Northern Ireland, Ireland, Wales, and a small portion of France. So it's a pretty big little section to split up. All right. All right. So my next region is actually Norway. All right, Norway. Um, I guess I previously had Scandinavian on my original results, and the results after that it was actually Sweden. So my Sweden ancestry went away, and Norway replaced it. And if you look closely, Norway covers the majority of Sweden, a portion of Denmark, and actually covers Iceland. So this is Viking DNA. So if you know a backstory about the Vikings, they invaded the United Kingdom. Um, so they invaded England and Irish. So I'm thinking that's how the DNA came into my ancestry. Because I don't have any documented ancestors in Norway. All right. So my next region is England, Wales, and northwestern Europe. If you look closely, it covers Scotland, England, Wales, majority of France, Belgium, Netherlands, Switzerland, and a portion of Denmark. So it's a wide range that it covers. Yep. I do have documented ancestors from England, coming from Devonshire, England, in the southern portion to America. All right. My next region is Senegal. All right, Senegal. All right, this is on the west coast of Africa. Uh, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with like R&B artists or rappers, but this is the hometown of Akon. Akon is from Senegal. Uh, Basically, he recently lit up Africa. He did more for the continent of Africa than tons of billionaires out there. He's a he's a R&B artist. All right, so the next region is France. All right. Previously, this is actually one of the new regions for me. I didn't have France on my previous results, but I'm supposed to have actually Haitian ancestry. So if any of you guys are familiar with Haitians, Haitians are a mixture, majority of African countries and in Africa, but they were colonized by the French on the island of Haiti. And so I guess I have a little bit of French in me. I was wondering if I had any. My name's like a French name. Um, yep, and it shows up at 1%. All right. So the next region is Eastern Bantu, which is in East Africa. I have some Kenyan. So that's one thing I share with President Obama, some Kenyan ancestry, I guess. Yeah. East Africa, it covers Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Kenya, parts of Ethiopia, and parts of Somalia. Yep. Um, on my original results, I didn't have this category. This was a new category updated. Um, I guess just recently on the new update. The next region I have is one of the most surprising categories. All right, Yucatan, Indigenous America's Yucatan Peninsula. All right, so if anyone's familiar with the Cherokees, there's a story that um, that the Cherokees came from down south. All right, I'm not really sure if this is a correct story or how accurate it is, but showing that my DNA, being part Mayan DNA, that's what the Yucatan Peninsula is. This is the region where the Mayans came from. And what I believe that the Cherokees came from up north in the Great Lakes regions, the Iroquois, because their linguistic, their language is similar to the Mohawks and other tribes up there. But the story is they believe that the Cherokees migrated from south up to the north where they're presently stay at now. But I believe they came from the north and came south. So I believe the Mayans and all the tribes down there actually come from us, the tribes up north. But this is really surprising to me. I mean, I have DNA that matches people from all the way in Guatemala. All right. So my last region is Spain. Man, I didn't know I had any documented Spanish ancestry. Um, this was really surprising because doing my research and documentation, I have no ancestors in Southern Europe. Most of my European ancestries come from up north, near the Great Britain, Ireland, Germany, and those areas. So to have a little bit of Spanish ancestry was a big surprise to me. All right. And then right here are just all right, guys. I just want to sum this up. Tell you my thoughts on this recent update. Um, it's so crazy, to think about it. That thousands of thousand years, every one of your ancestors had to come from one of these places, right? And the thing about it is, without one of those ancestors, you may see this 1% like Spain, Yucatan, France, Senegal, Norway, Ireland, or anywhere like that, and you may dismiss it, but without that one ancestor, you wouldn't be here. All right. So I'm very appreciative of all my ancestors that came before me to put me here to this day. And just learning about the test and learning more about my documented ancestors, it makes me appreciate things a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me want to learn a little bit more about each one of these countries and places my ancestors came from. And it's really great. I mean, it's a great thing to do, man. So if you guys haven't taken the test, I would greatly recommend taking it, and then and compare it with your other tests. I mean, another great thing about this test is it actually matches you with living family members. My first cousin, recently took the test and found out who her biological father was. So it's a great test, man. All right, you guys, have a great, blessed day and enjoy. Signing out, John B. All right.